I want to give a shout out to all my patrons first. Thank you so much to my Bibliospren, Bibliohaulers, Bibliomancers, and my new Bibliomancers, Rexcanium and Lee. It means a lot to me that you are giving me your extra support towards my passion and hobby. Hi everyone, Patek here. Today we have Chocoboy. Yeah, it has been a while since Chocoboy actually appeared in one of my videos, and today because we're going to talk about SFF Spotlight episode number 100. Well, I think it's the right time for me to feature my co-host in this in this video as well. And of course, just like always, this is a series of videos where I usually talk about new book news, new cover reveal, new Kickstarter campaign, also new special editions in the adult science fiction and fantasy genre. And today, as I just talked about, we finally arrived at episode 100, and that's insane. More than 500 episodes in my YouTube channel, and 100 of them are actually dedicated to this segment. And with that in mind, in today's video, we actually have a lot of exciting topics to cover, including an exciting giveaway as well. And for today's video, I will start by talking about, well, something that I spotlighted a lot on my YouTube channel. It is, of course, from Wraithmarked. This is a Kickstarter campaign for the Inheritance Cycle by Paulini Wraithmarked edition. And they are absolutely going all out on this production. Because not only this series, Inheritance Cycle, will come with a deluxe box set, it will also feature illustrations by the super amazing artist Dominik Mayer, and it will be a set of connecting for cover art, but all of them are actually wraparound cover art as well. But when you put them, the front covers together, they features a quadriptych, and I think that's super cool. And not only Dominik Mayer is involved in the production of this special edition, we will also have 4 custom full color case covers for the naked hardcovers by Axel Saurwald, and the artist will actually do 20 full color illustrations as well, 5 per book for single page and 1 double page. And on top of that, depending on stretch goals, there will be 3 new custom dragon illustrations, such as this amazing artwork by Divebound Studio for Glider. And look at that. First they did Saphira, and now we have Glider, and look at that. This is probably the most beautiful rendition of gliders ever. And there will be also interior artwork, and as you can probably expect, Smithson binding and also acid-free paper, all top production. But this one actually comes at quite a higher price range. But anyway, this Kickstarter campaign will actually goes live next year. But I will put the link to the Kickstarter campaign in the description down below first. And Chocoboy is probably very excited about this as well. Look at him. He cannot stay still. But yeah, again, I just want to say thank you so much to Wraithmarked for always supporting my YouTube channel and also everything that I do, whether it's on the broken binding or reviewing and reading, and also on my YouTube channel as well. And as you can probably tell, I think Chocoboy is getting restless now. So before I talk about the giveaway, let me just go ahead and play. Woo. Onward to the second topic, we have a giveaway. This is in collaboration with me and also with Shami Stovall. And to celebrate the 100th episode of today's episode, Shami Stovall want to host this giveaway for the special edition of her book. This is the first omnibus edition, the first omnibus of the Frith Chronicles, Harry Potter, and also Harry Potter meets Pokemon epic fantasy series. And yeah, as you can probably tell, I have actually featured the special editions in one of my book haul videos. I think it was last year, but this is the first volume, and the second volume is about to arrive really soon. And this is a beautiful production. It features a map on the front and paper, and also what makes this even more special is that, remember what I just said, it is Harry Potter meets Pokemon. Well, at the back, we have more than 100 interior illustrations, all in full colors of the Bestiary inside this series. And the same thing is being done in the second volume as well. And this giveaway is going for the readers in the United States. And to join this giveaway, all you have to do is comment and also mention why you would like to win this giveaway. And also do check out the second volume, which will arrive really soon. The first volume actually covers the first 2 books in the entire series, and then the second omnibus will cover the 3rd and the 4th book in the entire series. And I want to say thank you to Shami Stovall for doing this amazing giveaway on my 100th episode of SFF Spotlight. And then let's talk about some new book announcement. Because I just talked about Shami Stovall, she has a new book relating to Dragon coming out next year, and the title of this one is 1/5 Dragon. And I have the honor of actually revealing the cover art of this one. And what makes this cover art even more awesome is that this features an illustration or a painting from Master of Dragon Illustrations, Todd Lockwood. It has been a long time since I actually see Todd Lockwood illustrate a new cover art to an epic fantasy novel, and I think it's really refreshing to see one being done for Shami Stovall. So yeah, congratulations to Shami and Todd Lockwood for this collaboration. Now onward to the next one. This is something I'm super excited about because this is one of my most anticipated books. This is the sequel to Dreams of the Dying, and we finally have the cover reveal. Not for one, but for two, because this will be a trilogy in the 12 World series. So this will be, the series will consist of Dreams of the Dying, and then The Cure for Living Part 1 and The Cure for Living Part 2. And the cover art is once again illustrated by Dominik Derow. And so, just like the hardcover of the first book, this will feature an all-out production as well with many interior illustrations, bonus content, which is available in the hardcover format. And I think this will be a premium hardcover, as you can see from the pictures here. And to make things even better, Nicolas Lietzau, the author of course, actually provided me the trailer for the book. So I'm going to put that here and let you see the transition from The Cure for Living Part 1 to The Cure for Living Part 2.
"I'll tell you a story," the visionary said to the young woman. "When I am done, I promise you, I'll undo these chains and let you go." He met her gaze, his eyes as dark as the void between worlds. "You will stay."
And this one will be released in March 2026. So yeah, we finally have a release date and month for The Cure for Living. It has been a long time coming. I think The Dreams of the Dying actually came out in 2021. So by next year, it will be 5 years. Yeah, it has been a long time. And as I said, I absolutely love Dreams of the Dying, and I hope The Cure for Living will be even better. This also features maps by Francesca Baerald, who I consider to be the best cartographer in the fantasy and sci-fi landscape. And yeah, to pre-order the hardcover and the book, I will make sure to leave the link in the description down below. And onward to the next one. This is for the Deathless Dark by Kevin Keele. This is, I believe, Kevin Keele's debut novel. It is a Western and also Western mixed with horror or dark fantasy. And I wanted to read this one because I actually work with Kevin Keele on the special edition of The Band by Nicolas. He worked on the black and white interior artwork, and this time, of course, he did the cover art as well. I think this is actually done in oil painting, and also there will be plenty of interior illustrations inside the book. Plus, I do actually want to try reading the book as well. So congratulations to Kevin Keele for this debut, and this one will be out, I believe, in a few days from now. As for the next one, this isn't actually a new book announcement, but this is an announcement that the book is finally completed. This is for Wolfskin by Jeremy Szal. So this is the conclusion to the Common trilogy, and as Jeremy has mentioned in his Instagram post, it took 9 years for him to actually complete this trilogy, and this is the conclusion to the series that begins with Stormblood. I've actually read Stormblood. It is very good in my opinion, a good debut, a good military sci-fi debut that focuses on the themes of brotherhood and addiction a lot. And I haven't read the rest of the series, Blind Space, and also of course Wolfskin, but the series will be completed next year. I think this will be out in March 2026 as well. So congratulations to Jeremy Szal for this. And finally, for the last new book announcement, and after that we will talk about all the special editions. This is for, again, a new announcement by Brandon Sanderson for a new secret project, which I don't think is a secret anymore. We know Brandon will always release a new Cosmere book every year, so it is probably standard publication, I guess. But anyway, this is for The Fires of December. Yeah, The Fires of December by Brandon Sanderson. This will again focus on Hoid storytelling, and this has become technically a series of standalone novels in the Cosmere in the Cosmere universe that begins with Threats of the Emerald Sea, Yumi and the Nightmare Painter, and then we also have this one. I think the title of the series is Hoid's Travails or Hoid's Travels. But that's not all about Hoid. See, Hoid is just such an important character in the Cosmere universe, and that is for better or worse. We have no idea whether people actually like that or not. Some will like it, some will not. But there will be also a Backerkit campaign for Hoid Storybook. Yeah, this will feature a lot of illustrations, and there will be a Backerkit campaign, I think, in March 2026 as well. And The Fires of December will be included in that Backerkit campaign. So it's similar to Words of Radiance Leatherbound edition, paired with the Isles of the Ember Dark. And of course, I will be getting myself a copy of this book, of course, The Fires of December. And that's of course not the only thing announced in the Dragonsteel Nexus. We finally have the date for the Leatherbound Dragonsteel edition of The Eye of the World by Robert Jordan. And as far as I know, they are going absolutely all out on the production of The Eye of the World because they want to do Robert Jordan's legacy justice. And based on everything that I've seen so far, the interior artwork definitely, they are absolutely gorgeous in my opinion. Petar Penev and also Micah Epstein and also many other artists are involved in giving the interior artworks the shine that the Wheel of Time deserves. And if you don't know, the Wheel of Time has never received any fine press edition. So this will be probably the first fine press edition with a lot of interior artwork of Smithsonian binding and also acid-free paper and all that. The first ever for The Eye of the World, and maybe the entire series. I know that Dragonsteel is determined to do the entire series in this format. So yeah, that's awesome. And this, the pre-order date will take place on the 19th of December, again a few days from now. And finally, the last big thing that was announced at Dragonsteel Nexus, this is something that I have known for more than a year now. This is for Red Rising by Pierce Brown, the Curious King edition, with a lot of interior illustrations by Mark Simonetti. We're talking about more than 20 interior illustrations here. And you know what? I think this one will make a really big impact in the industry next year, because Anthony from Curious King will be publishing this in 2 states, not only letterpress but also in offset printing. This means the one with the offset printing will be in a much more affordable price range, relatively affordable price range, but it won't be as expensive as Curious King usual standard price range for, let's say, the First Law or the Hyperion Cantos. Yeah, that one usually starts at more than £200. This one will not be something like that. It will probably start at about £100. Remember that this will features the all-out production with more than 20 interior illustrations by Mark Simonetti, plus all the high-end stuff for the paper, the binding, and this is Curious King. We know that production will always be top-notch, except that the artist edition, the most affordable edition for this one, will not be done in letterpress printing. That's the biggest difference between this one and the next level, the next tier in the Red Rising edition. But I'm excited about this one. Again, the pre-order date will take place in March 2026. Apparently, a lot of things are happening in March 2026, so I'll better save up, I guess. But for the rest of the news in today's episode, these are all related to the Broken Binding. And for the next one, Sister Samurai. Sister Samurai is the next the Broken Binding press announcement. This is the high-end title from the Broken Binding, and this is Sister Samurai by Tatiana Obe. This is a series of novellas, and I actually got to work together with Tatiana on the interior artwork and also the cover art for this novella. Sorry about that. And the cover art is done by Waleo Moliere, and the interior artwork plus the slipcase, they are done by Christina German. And yeah, I think these turns out accurate. Of course, none of this will go through without the approval of Tatiana Obe, and I think this turns out really accurate and appropriate to the book. Plus, this features some manga panels as well, which I really like seeing, because I'm a huge fan of reading manga and also watching anime. And then for the next two, these two are both the Indie Endless edition of Philip Sequential's books. So I've talked about them actually in one of my SFF Spotlight episodes, but I'm going to spotlight them again here because more details have been announced. First, The Last Ballad of Hope by Philip C. Cordial. This is the third book in the Time of Dragon series, which is the prequel series to the Echo Saga. So again, this will follow after Once There Were Heroes and In the Shadow of Kings. This is the third book, The Last Ballad of Hope, and this is the Indie Endless edition with edges by Katrina Paines, and again cover art by Chris McGrath. And as people have mentioned, a lot of people have mentioned that this is actually even superior compared to the Echo Saga, and I'm excited to tackle this for the first time next year. But speaking of Echo Saga, the Echo Saga is getting the Indie Endless treatment as well. This will feature a connecting artwork on the spine and also the map, connecting map on the edges. But for those of you who don't know, the Indie Endless edition will actually feature acid-free paper and Smithsonian binding, but they will always be reprinted. These are not limited edition like the Broken Binding Press edition of Sista Samurai or Never Die or the Way of Eden and also The Bound and the Broken. These are not that. This is the Indie Endless edition. Endless, it means it will always be reprinted. So you don't need to rush. If you don't have the budget right now, do not force yourself to actually buy all of these books, because I know there are so many special editions being spotlighted, not only in SFF Spotlight, but there are still a lot of special editions being published that are not features on SFF Spotlight as well. It is a lot, okay? But again, if you want to know more details about these two, the links are always in the description down below. And for the next one, this is just a reminder that the Murderbot Diaries by Martha Wells, the Broken Binding edition with cover art by Micah Epstein and also end papers by Peng Lu, it is available to purchase now. Yeah, I know that some of you have asked me to actually give you a reminder when this is available. So yeah, it is available for purchase now. And this features an acid-free paper, but I don't think it features Smithsonian binding. But the Murderbot Diaries is one of the most popular sci-fi series, and I think the reception to this reveal to this day is something that I always remember, because so many people are happy with the overall design and composition for the cover art and end papers, and I'm thrilled about that. And speaking of something that I'm thrilled about, well, we can finally start revealing the artwork for the Hyperion Cantos by Dan Simmons. So this is for the board art for the Fall of Hyperion. We have actually complete all the artwork for the Fall of Hyperion, and we'll start revealing that as I think we're going to start the pre-order date. The pre-order day probably will take place in the first quarter of 2026, I think, okay? I could be wrong about that. But yeah, we'll start revealing some of the artwork that we have done for the Hyperion Cantos. And I think Raymond Swanland once again nailed his job really, really well. And finally, the last special edition I want to spotlight is for the Broken Binding edition for the sci-fi subs. The next sci-fi subs have been announced, and this is for the Silo trilogy by Hugh Howey. Although this has actually been leaked before in an Instagram post by Hugh Howey, where he signed the special edition for the Broken Binding edition of Silo. But this features cover art by Ryan Hancock, who also did the Illumicrate edition for the Broken Binding edition, and also end paper artwork by Ricky Ho, who worked with us on the Remembrance of Earth's Past trilogy by Cixin Liu. And yeah, this will be the next sci-fi subscription for the month of February, April, and also June 2026. And that's pretty much it for the coverage on books. And before I close this episode of SFF Spotlight, I just want to say something about Expedition 33. And I know this is gaming related, but I'm just super happy that Expedition 33 actually won pretty much all the awards at the Gaming Award. This is something that I'm actually kind of happy about, because it has been a long time, not counting From Software games, it has been a long time I've been this super engrossed in a video game and kind of obsessed. And on top of actually winning all these awards, they also announced a new DLC for free, and I think that's amazing. For free, you don't get a lot of big expansion now for free, and I've actually spent whenever I have some free time playing against the bosses in Expedition 33, the new bosses. And I only have one more boss to beat on Expert, and of course this is for the Divergent Star. And if you play the game, you will know who I'm talking about, and it's insane. I don't know how or when I will actually beat this guy, but I look forward to it. And if you are a fan of this game, let me know what you think about Expedition 33 actually winning all the awards. And yeah, that's pretty much it. That's the end of SFF Spotlight episode 100, and this is actually the last episode of the year. And Again, I want to say thank you so much to every author, every reader, every publisher, and everyone really who makes this series of videos actually to continue for years. I did not expect that, but here we are, episode 100. I think this is actually the 3rd year of SFF Spotlight. And yeah, I can only say thank you so much to everyone for this. And again, I guess I will talk about all this news again in January. But until then, I still have a few more videos to post before we reach the end of the year, and I hope you will tune in to watching that. So yeah, as always, do let me know what you think about all the news that I spotlighted in the comment section down below. As always, thank you so much for watching, and thank you for your support. Bye bye. Lastly, I want to say thank you so much once again to all my patrons who keep on supporting me.